All right, so welcome to the exchange. So, first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to give you my opinion on what I see in the stock markets. Looking to the left to see what has happened, then looking to the right to see what may happen. Do your own due diligence. Make sure you invest money in things you know about. If you don't know, invest in yourself and learn. That's the best way you can make money out here and have some security in these markets. So, let's look at what happens to stock markets so we can get a better idea and some security in exchange. Welcome to the Exchange Show. All right, welcome back. We're going to be covering what we went over last week, which was Palantir, Marvell, um, Micron, and AI. And we're going to see how they did. So, on our last video for the exchange, we were talking about right here on this candle. We were saying, all right, could this be a M pattern? And if we were looking for that M pattern, we will wait for it to break this area down here at 21 or 22.31. So we did not get that. So what we're doing right now is we're going to see if this, which was resistance, is now becoming support. Is that going to hold? Is if this holds, and it looks like it might, where could we see it going? So, okay, there we go. So there's some information over here. Let's put this in the weekly, spread this back out. All right. So here we are. We're in a weekly time frame at this moment, and seems like up here in this area we have a lot of resistance. Next area will probably be right around here. And then, of course, let's see, essentially about this area here. So those would be our next areas we're looking for. Back to the daily, Palantir looks like it could still be kind of bullish. So what I'm going to do now, since I've done my weekly homework, which is putting my support and resistance in. All right, so now I have a three-way handshake. I'm in the green here. I got a green 48-day, a green 14-day, and I'm above my 9 as well. So I'm still in the buy zone that started back here on February 29th. So as we came down here, we were still within our super trend. We came up, we hit pretty much right there. That's perfect. We got a rejection. But is that rejection now going to hold? Because we had a lot of rejection down here in this area. The price range between 24.57 and right about to 25.67. Now, at this point, it looks like we have a very big bearish candle. But I really want to see if this is going to be a turnaround for Palantir, or is this going to be the next continuation? So one way I can do that is by using, start the trend, I'll put it here. Here we go. Using the Fibonacci retracement. So what I'm looking for is maybe a pullback too. It's pretty much that 24.77. If it's a strong pullback, it may come down to here, this area, 23.14. Now, if it goes into that golden zone and comes down, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. That'd be a great entry down here at 21.75. At that point, would that be the secondary? The secondary part of our M pattern. And now, just looking at it, we do have divergence. We have bearish divergence here in Palantir on the daily time frame. So let's put that in here. So if you don't know what divergence is, that's when the strength of the stock is going in one direction, but the actual price action of the stock is going in the other. And currently, we have a downtrend in the strength of the stock based on our indicator here at the bottom. I call it the Feardox 2. And price action is going up. So at this point, now I am looking for it to continue down. So I would look for it to go to 22.32. So let's see if we can remember that, which I usually have a problem doing. So let's look for it from here. Here, maybe a little bit up to about there, and maybe a continuation down, and then I think it'll probably come up to here. So let's see if that plays out. So that's Palantir. Let's go over to Marvell. All right. So, we went to the top of the range of Marvell. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me check something real quick here. Turn this back on. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So support here. Let's just take this back up to here, like that. Yeah. If it even does this, it might do a W pattern of some kind, or it could be a V for Palantir. To continue up, and where the highs I think it'll go 31.70, but my aim is to with structure in the past, so $30 flat for Palantir. For Marvell, this one we came back into the range after going out of the range. We are at the middle of our trading range now. That goes with our indicator here at the bottom. And we just had earnings. All right. So earnings was, let's do the last two. Last two earnings were here. And now we have earnings here on this area. And we're going to draw it out to our next one. So what I like to do is if I see earnings at a certain time, I want to see if it's going to go back and meet that earnings. Currently, we have a strong bearish candle. It is very strong because it's flat at the bottom. It looks like it probably will fill this gap. Now, at the bottom of this trading range will be 68.71. All right, so 68.71 would be the lowest I would think it would go. If it goes lower than that, I would only look for it to go about 65, 66, around there, $65.66. Let's go ahead and turn on our Faradox 1. Oh, yeah, we came out the range. You got a sell signal here. Yeah, I would say go to the 50-day moving average, which would take us around $68.30 something cents for Marvell on a downturn. That'll be the bottom of the trading range. That would pretty much match up with what we have going on here at the bottom of this indicator as well, just to match up. So now we've talked about that. Let's talk about good old Micron Technologies. All right, so with Micron, we're looking at the last thing. So indicator's already on. If it comes down from where it's at now, which is $97, it did have a good push to the end of that range, that trading range. But it looks like even if it comes down, it might not come down much. It may come down to $94 at the most. I see it coming down to maybe $90 flat, $90.92 tops. Because it seems like this is in a strong trend. It's like it just needs to come down, pick up some orders, and continue up. Let's go into the weekly so we can see if there's any history here. Oh, I already see history. So this is our third touch of this area. Pretty much one, two, and now we're at the third one where we're hitting like a doji in the weekly. Is there anything else here? Doesn't seem to be anything else up here. I'm going back pretty far. This is 08. So we're back at all-time highs again for Micron Technologies. So are we going to have that extension to go up? Let's go on a daily and see how far we got. Essentially, the math is saying no, but math does but so much. We can probably see, let's go to weekly, we are probably going to go up to around maybe $110, $111. I like to play it safe, so I'll take $1 off here. So it says 112.60, but I'll take it to like 110 or 111. but I would have to see a break. I mean, a strong break of volume here at the 97.25. It needs to stay above that 97.25 area. Right now, it looks like it wants to come down and go below it and fill these gaps. So let's just say it comes down, fills these gaps. We're looking at $79.39, most likely at the furthest down. Then we're looking at about $81.37, $81.47 if it comes down to just fill the two gaps. So we'll see. It looks like it wants to squeeze up a little bit. So we'll see what happens. And our last one, good old AI. So this is the AI play if you want to play it. This is C3 AI, and it's not super expensive. So it's only 31 bucks. And it came down, it filled our gap. All right. So we filled the gap that we had measured out last week. We had some bullish candles here, but we are still in, it looks like a buy zone here. Let's see with our indicator. Yeah. All right. So 50-day, 100-day are here. 14-day. Ooh, that's a lot of rejection off the 9. So if it comes down, I'm looking for it to meet the 214-day. If it meets here, I'm looking for a rejection to go up. So I'm looking for it to come down to here, then go up. So let's see why. Let's turn this off. Make this a little bit smaller, easier for us to use. Once again, fib retracement. Here, I'll just start at the last run. Back right at the 50. And if it comes down, that lines up to the point 618. And that lines up specifically with our 200 and our 14-day moving average. So this area right here, I am looking for a rejection to go up. So let's mark it up because I will forget it. So here we go. We are here looking for it to go about to this area. And then we're looking for it to go up and break that. So let's see what we got here as an indicator. 44 will be my next area. It's my safe area. The highest, probably 47.55 if you're looking at C3. But you would have to see that rejection off of this $30 47-cent range. If I see a rejection go up from there, that's when I would take advantage of it. If not, the next area would be down here at the 27.89 area. And that's it for this week. We went over what we talked about last week on the exchange. I think the last one I wanted to look at Verizon. It popped up on the screener I was using. So let's see. All right. Currently, I want to see if it's going to break out. Yeah, I want to see if it's going to break out of this area right here. It's like a bullish flag. So it looks like I have a bullish flag pattern here. So here's my bullish flag pattern. I want to see, once again, is it going to break out of here with positive volume? If it does, I probably would touch it at this area. It would have to break out of there. So let's see, do I have one? So that'd be an entry to go up. So for Verizon, I would want to see it go here. I would take it at least to there. That would be a 4.8%, almost 5% increase in price. And that'll be up until the earnings of last period. And that's $42 from $40. That's a 2-hour move. going up, but I would love to see it go past there. Also, I would like to see it in the long run go about $44. So it might take a couple of weeks. Now, if I'm looking in the weekly time frame, I'm looking at least up to the 200-day moving average in a weekly for $47.78. Or $47, yeah, 78 cents. Long run, $49.30 for Verizon. So that's it for this week on the exchange. Hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next week. If there's anything you want me to chart or you want to chart together, we'll do it. Throw me a message. We'll set up a time. See you.